Walmart's smiling rule. Let's start with Walmart. At one point, Walmart had a policy where greeters were required to smile and say hello to every single customer who walked through the door. Seems harmless until you realize Walmart gets 265 million customers per week worldwide. That's a whole lot of forced grinning, and if a greeter missed even one customer, they could be written up. Imagine being punished for blinking. Forever 21's clear bag rule. Forever 21 employees had to bring their personal belongings in a clear plastic bag. You want to bring a sandwich to work? Everyone's going to see it. Lipstick, deodorant, tampons? Yep, front and center. The idea was to prevent theft, but it basically turned privacy into a crime. One employee joked, working at Forever 21 felt like TSA, but with worse music. Best Buy's bag check after every shift. At Best Buy, employees can't leave without getting their bags searched. Every single shift. Doesn't matter if you worked a 12-hour Black Friday shift or just clocked in for 2 hours. You're getting frisked like a rock star at airport security. Some employees say they waited 10 to 15 minutes just to leave because managers were too busy. Imagine begging your boss to check your backpack so you can go home. Target's red and khaki only. Target's dress code used to be super strict. Employees had to wear red tops and khaki pants. That was it. No variations, no excuses. You spill coffee on your khaki? Better go home. One employee said they wore the same 2 pairs of pants for months because Target wouldn't let them wear black slacks. Who knew fashion tyranny came in beige? Apple Store's genius empathy. Apple Store employees are trained to show specific levels of empathy depending on the customer's emotional state. It's part of their policy called Feel, Felt, Found. Customer: this iPhone cost $1,200 and broke in a week. Employee: I understand how you feel. Others have felt the same way. But what they found is that you're not fixing phones. You're giving TED Talks in retail. Victoria's Secret fragrance duty. Victoria's Secret used to have a rule that employees had to spray perfume on every customer's bag before handing it over. Imagine you're allergic or just don't want to smell like a flower bomb. Too bad. Employees were docked for not following this. One customer said their dog refused to sniff their shopping bag after it came home. Even pets had standards. GameStop Circle of Life policy. GameStop had a legendary policy called the Circle of Life. Employees were pushed to stop selling new video games and instead promote pre-owned ones because they have better profit margins. You walk in for a new release? They pretend it's out of stock and hand you a used one instead. Some employees said if they didn't meet pre-owned quotas, they were fired. Imagine going to McDonald's and being told, sorry, no new burgers, but here's one someone returned earlier. Abercrombie and Fitch. Look policy. Abercrombie, the store that smelled like a cologne explosion. Their employee look policy was practically a fashion cult. No black clothes, no nail polish, no dreadlocks, not even facial hair. If your eyebrows didn't align with corporate's aesthetic, you were out. Some employees said they were sent home for not being on brand enough. Because apparently, your 5 o'clock shadow could ruin the vibe. Costco's return anything policy. Now this one's ridiculous in the opposite way. Costco's return policy is so generous, it's absurd. One woman returned a dead Christmas tree in January, after Christmas, and got a refund. Someone else returned a half-eaten cake and said it wasn't fresh. Refund granted. Another guy returned a used printer with no ink left. Costco just said, okay. Honestly, the real policy should be, return your dignity at the door. Japanese convenience stores, no sitting down. In Japan, many convenience store workers are not allowed to sit during their shifts. Even during slow hours or overnight, you could work an 8-hour graveyard shift with 0 customers and still be expected to stand the entire time because sitting looks lazy. Imagine being more afraid of a stool than a robber. IKEA's maze design policy. Here's one that affects you as the customer. IKEA stores are designed like mazes on purpose. Their internal policy is to make customers walk through the entire store to encourage spontaneous purchases. That's why you can't just walk in, grab a lamp, and leave. You got to pass 73 couches, 15 kitchens, and a fake living room before finding the checkout. IKEA is a store and a trap.